I had to start over again because something like that. And update about my scooter Signet 1450cc Vortex Euro 4. My scooter surprised me what felt like judging. I was judging the scooter wrong. What I mean by that is when the scooter was delivered to me, the mechanic forgot to fill the gas tank up, and by that the gas tank didn't fill up totally, and I rode it to where I didn't go in red, and then I filled up with was about 4 liters. I filled 4 liters Euro 98, and then I rode almost 100 kilometers, and I thought that would mean take off a liter because the upper cube of the meter wasn't filled up. So let's say a liter wasn't at about 1 kilometer, 1 liter 32 kilometers. I thought, okay, so apparently it has 7.5 liters, so I must be able to drive more. So 4 liters added, so in reserve or to empty, and what will it do? My previous scooter, I could drive a lot and the meter wasn't exactly right. Half the meter, and I could still drive 70 kilometers, but half I had driven 135. So one side is 135 and the other one is about 70 at half a tank. Hello. So I drove it empty and in the red square, or how you say it, at the bottom, so like it's laying on the floor of the red square block, and 4.5 liters I could add, and it was about 150 kilometers. So it was like, okay, this 133. But if it's supposed to be running 145 or 150, and it makes a lot of RPM, bit weird. And the clutch isn't slipping, but when you go more than half throttle, it feels like it's slipping mega. And up a hill, like a bridge, 45 kilometers an hour is what it does. Remind you that I've driven it now almost 300 kilometers, and to all what I know, it's becoming a monster. I at one moment by traffic light full throttle, then I had rode it for 70 kilometers, don't know for sure, not so much, maybe even 60 kilometers. Full throttle, and the front tire lifted up, I was like 130 kilos, still driving in. Front wheel from the floor? Hello, what is this scooter? So I drove it and up a bridge, lots of RPM, and I don't know exactly how much, but I didn't understand it, and I thought, and I heard heard an extra sound like woo, 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 woo. I thought extra vibrations and whatever, and something I thought maybe by the way, that was my work phone. It freaked me out. So I went to the dealer and I said, the gas tank isn't as big, and if you look at the above the rear tire, you can see the gas tank, and that's not a big tank. Judging. That is part of what I call judging, because later on I took the seat off, and in Dutch is helmbak. So the storage place, I took it out, and then you saw the real size of the gas tank. It fooled me big time. So I went to the dealer and I said, gas tank small, had to put on more gas and lots of RPM, and they say, yeah, you gotta write it in, and the first you gotta go to 1,000 kilometers, and then you can say how the scooter really is, because now, and they found out, like, I said how much power it has. I mean, if you give half throttle, half gas, man, you feel it, and it goes. And if there is, at first it went to 50, and on a certain road, I didn't watch the gauge, and I watched, I thought, whoa, 61! I thought, what? So it's, and remind you, I'm touching 300 kilometers. So I'm like, what is this beast? So I understand that because it has a computer and not a CDI, the computer sees you're up a bridge and you're making 45 kilometers an hour and you want more speed, so we need more RPM. But it's new block, so be careful. So I was like, uh-oh, should I stay at half throttle? Maybe it was better, but I gave full, so slipping and blah blah blah. More RPM means more gas use, so 1 on 33. So after the dealer that said you gotta write it in more, because what you find out now is still false information. Wait. So I went home, the mechanic drove on and said, yeah, it does do good, it makes RPM, but so home, half after tanking gas, less throttle. After the dealer, also less throttle, half throttle, no more. And then you notice that the scooter says, oh, this I can handle. RPM is low, and the first square of the meter. So after empty, forget it, just shake this scooter and listen to the sound of the gas in the tank. That should tell you how much is in it, and not a fuel gauge. But a fuel gauge for 4.5 liters is almost correct to the bottom of the red square. Ooh, coffee is coming up. Not a good feeling. So I drove it in the first square, and it was at 2. Am I saying that right? Yeah. 280, or was it? No, so 275, and I was like, okay, I put gas in at 252, and I'm at 2. So I was already on the last 1 on 33, and I was still within the square and not at the bottom, so I was like, okay, it's doing better. and now it's touching the bottom of the square where I'm at, let's say 300. So putting gas at 252, being now that means about 1 on 48. Am I right? So half throttle and doing so much better. Huh. Okay. So taking the saddle off and the storage space, and then I saw the tank in the frame, pipe, and there you got the top with a big flange, and between the two tubes there is the other side. So it does make me think of a mushroom. Funny, but lower part is small, upper part is big. And then I saw, so lower part between the tubes is like 3-4 liters, and upper is like 4. So that should make 7, but let's keep it at 6. If it is 7.5, good. But then the fuel gauge only measures then the upper side. So no more watching that. And half throttle, and still the power. It's growing and growing, and like the dealer said, if it has so much power and it's doing that with half throttle, I mean half throttle, and I'm reaching 60, 62 at the gauge. Well, it probably in real time it will be 60. Too much speed, I know, but that's also where the limiter is. I had it adjusted there. Because 51 down a bridge and it sounds like it's going off, like, ew, it's scary. So the dealer said then 80 kilometers an hour should be no problem for the scooter. Huh, really good. Sounds like ejection scooters. But when I saw the tank and I saw the carburetor and all the sensors, like tubes going out, the sensor and that, and then I understood it's not a half carburetor, half injection, but the computer does do a lot. So since I have not seen the inside of the carburetor, I don't know exactly how it is inside, but wow. So I have ordered because there is no clock for the time on the scooter. I have ordered a phone holder that I can put on and then my phone on and try to film how it reacts, because yeah, it's insane. I really love the scooter, and like I said, it's 300 kilometers, so I got 700 to go, and it's only better and better. What mileage will it make? It's gonna be a 1 liter 60 kilometers. I don't know. I didn't expect this, so I hope to make videos on the scooter, so hear the sound and whatever, because I didn't see movies on YouTube where you hear the sound of the scooter. You see them standing still, engine off, 1 or 2 with actual sound, but so I wanna do that and yeah, then see, because till now I had no idea. Really reacts fast, and I hope Thursday to get it the holder in, and then put it on, and we'll see. But till now, big surprise. I judged and I didn't see how big the tank, how the carb, and whatever. Yeah, I love it. It is a beast. So yeah, amazing. Bye bye.